What's a good word, everyone? I'm Kenny Varner, the owner of SportsHaveBalls.com. We're going to go with the ever exciting Iowa Hawkeyes as we break down every team in the Power Four along with Notre Dame. Exciting. This guy has to be the best coach, right? I mean, you lose your quarterback, who cares? We still went 10-2. Oh, they're so horrible. They're so horrible. 10-2. Another good season. I wouldn't want to be a fan of this team, but anyway, they're over 8 minus 120, under 8 minus 110. Are they boring? Maybe, unless you love defense and don't like scoring points ever. Um, but but let's see. They have a transfer quarterback coming in, and they have their quarterback who only played 5 games last year, Cade McNamara, back. Transfer, Brendan Sullivan from Northwestern. The excitement should be through the roof. But before we get to Iowa and their schedule and everything they avoid, that's fun too. This is awesome. You're gonna love this. SportsAtBalls.com is the name of my site. When you get your football package deals, you'll be set for the whole year if you want, half a year if you want. Come see what we're all about at SportsAtBalls.com. All these videos, hundreds, are going to be up on my YouTube channel. So go check those out and get your subscription there for free. Get your subscription for your college football, NFL combo, and then get everything else for free. Because all the other sports will be free when you get that for the full year. So you see all that on my site. Any questions, just let me know. I am Kenny Varner. I'm easy to find. All right, so we got the Iowa Hawkeyes. We have to look at their defense first because that's just more fun. Now, they hired a new OC, Tim Lester from Western Michigan. What is that going to mean to this team? Are they going to average 12 points a game instead of 8? Maybe. But what you're going to see more is you're going to see a little more motion. Maybe they won't be so boring. Maybe the motion will do something. I don't know. But that's what you get from Tim Lester from Western Michigan. Cade McNamara was decent, but he was lost in the 5th game of the year. So, and they still went 10-2 somehow. Maybe it was the schedule. Look at their schedule this year. Can't wait. Brendan Sullivan. He is an experienced starter from Northwestern. He led that team to 8 from 1-11. Coach gone 2 months before the season started to 8-5. Hello. They went 8-5 last year. They were 1-11 the year before. And this time last year, maybe it was early July. Is that when the Fitzgerald Hazing stuff came out? Boom. Oh, Northwestern sucks. 8-5. Bowl win. So maybe, maybe Sullivan will take over this job for McNamara. Wide receiver, not the most excited about. Tight end Lachey will be a key. And, of course, it's an Iowa tight end. They're always going to be a key. The offensive line is experienced. They have experience back, but talent level isn't not top notch. We've done some Big Ten videos where offensive line is top notch, not so much here. The running backs are going to need the offensive line. It's not they got to open the holes. And I know that sounds weird, but not just open the holes. They got to really open the holes. You're not gonna have the shifty running backs for Iowa. You're not gonna have the awesome vision that the great running backs have. So, do I see this offense picking up? I think it's going to be a little bit better. If there's stability at quarterback with the new offensive coordinator, I mean, it doesn't take much to be a little better. But with this defense, you just get a little better, and you'll get a little better, especially with this schedule. But first, they have the best defensive coordinator in the country. Everyone knows this. They had this. Their defense is experienced, crazy experienced. 6-year players. The best defensive coordinator is here in Iowa. They are always put in the exact right spots. Less mistakes wins so many games. Iowa proves it every year, no matter how boring you might think they are. Let's look at their schedule. You know who they play? Well, it's more about who they don't play. Do they play Oregon? No. Do they play Penn State? No. USC, Michigan? No. Why would they want to play them? They do have to go at Ohio State. So you're missing Oregon, Michigan, Penn State. And maybe USC is going to be really good. You know, I put them in the Nebraska, let's see what you got category. So let's look at the schedule. Illinois State right off the bat. All right. They'll get their 15-3 win. At Iowa State, there's your toss-up. See what we think about those teams going forward. Troy should be fine. At Minnesota. So you got 4 teams not in the top 25. Very winnable games. Now, Illinois State and Troy being at home, you should get those. At Iowa State, at Minnesota, there is no should with this team. But 3-1 at worst before they have a week off, and then Ohio State. So they got 2 weeks. They got 4 very winnable games. I don't think they're going to win them all, but they are winnable. They might. They are a little bit nuts. But then they have a week off, and then they go to Ohio State, who they punched in the mouth over and over again. Of course, their offense always gets punched in the mouth, so they didn't have the horses to stay all the way. Then Washington comes in, and they haven't seen teams like this very often. And that's a good sign for Iowa. At Michigan State, that's a little fly in the ointment for me because I think Michigan State's going to improve as they go along. But Jetfish at where? What? Michigan State. Oh, never mind. All right. Michigan State's going to improve as they go, John Smith. Northwestern comes in. They should be fine there. Wisconsin comes in. Another one of those neutral teams, kind of like at the Iowa level. At UCLA, down here, not going to be good. Then they're off at Maryland, and then Nebraska comes in. I really like what Rule's going to be doing this year, and I like Nebraska. So Iowa, as you look at over 8, under 8, is they're like, all right. To me, with this defense and with this coach that coaches to that, and the new offensive coordinator, I would not go under 8. I don't think they're going to get 5 losses. Now you could say at Iowa State, at Minnesota, at Ohio State, Nebraska. I don't think there's going to be 5 from the schedule that knock off Iowa. So this thing at 8, I would trend towards the over, but I probably wouldn't unless it was even money at 7.5. So this Iowa defense, we know is going to be top notch. This Iowa offense, we know has an opportunity to maybe be better. How's that for as kind as I can be to Iowa? I don't have a great feel on this team, but I'm interested to see what Tim Lester does from Western Michigan. Put some motion in this offense. And maybe they'll step up at least one notch. One notch gets you this, I don't know, 17 points a game, 20 points a game. So it would be very interesting. I like to see him like Illinois State is one of those decent FCS schools. So I'd like to see him score points. That's what I'd like to see him do to try to get to another level. They're not going to be an elite level, but I think they could be a decent football team. Still going to be born with Ferenc. So that's what we got for Iowa. What we got for you at sportsatballs.com, linked in the description, football package deals for you. Come see what we're all about. We don't just give you the team like you see all over Twitter. Oh, this team, just write down a team who's going to win. We'll give you a full write-up on every game we pick. We'll see you guys in the next video, and let's make cash money.